Welcome back to the Cookbook Club. We are continuing this month in the Betty Crocker's Cooky Book. And this is our last recipe out of this book for this month. We're making lemon snowdrops.
Yay.
We just finished up Christmas. We're moving into New Year's, and I figure anything having to do with snow is going to be our life for the next couple months, right? So we're going to do that cookie style. Lemon Snowdrop Cookies. Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. So if you're new to the Cookbook Club, we pick a cookbook every single month and cook a recipe every week, usually uploaded on Saturday, give or take.
Not guaranteed always.
But we try, right? So this month we've been cooking our way through the Betty Crocker Cooky Book. Cooky Book with a Y, right? Just another spelling of cookie that they used back in the day, right? So we did spritz cookies, we did rosettes, we did candy cans. It was kind of a disaster, right? We're back at it, right? This is our final recipe for this book this month. And we are on page 27, Lemon Snowdrops, right? So here in the little KitchenAid Mini, I decided to use the KitchenAid Mini stand mixer again this week because this seems like a little small recipe. I have some butter in here. If you want the recipe, you got to get the book, right? I'll put links down in the description to the book. So we are going to cream together some butter and some sugar. That doesn't want to go in very easily, right? I'll give it a little scrape here. This is a really small cookie dough amount. So that's why I pulled out the little baby mixer. So let me let this cream for a minute. Okay, so let me give this little baby a little scoopy, whoop, whoop. Scoopy, whoop, whoop. What do you think about that, Bill?
Scoopy, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. I'm going to put some lemon extract in here. And, woo, that smells like lemon rum. Salt. And we're going to put some flour. This recipe is kind of weird because for the actual cookie part, there's no leavening.
The last couple of cookies have been that way.
I know.
They just rise on their own.
Or they don't rise. One of the two.
Yeah.
Could be a cookie that you don't want to rise.
Right.
You want it to stay a nice round little ball. Okay, let's form our cookies. So these make little tiny cookies. And we're going to put a filling together and they're going to be like sandwich cookies. It literally says a level teaspoonful of dough. That's not a lot. A level teaspoonful of dough. But rounded. And flattened slightly.
Flattened slightly. This isn't smash cookie.
Smash cookie, smash cookie. So let me measure out some teaspoons full. How many does this make? 5 dozen out of this little bit of dough.
Well, they're tiny. Now you're using what?
You're going to be using 2.
2 per cookie.
Yeah.
So the 5 dozen before you combine them?
Makes 5 dozen double cookies.
Okay, well, there you go. I guess we're going to be busy for a while.
We're going to be rolling and flattening cookies.
Unless you want to air fry the second half.
Or second half and first half.
The first half.
It says place them 1 inch apart on ungreased baking sheet.
Well,
no parchment then, right?
it depends on what you want to do, maybe.
No parchment.
Oh, you're gonna live dangerously?
That's what it says.
Well, we got in trouble with the cookie press because the cookie press was just evil. You really couldn't use parchment. These things are just going to cook and lay flat. They're not going to,
It says ungreased.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of butter in them. They're probably not going to stick anyway.
There's a lot of butter. This little bit of cookies has 2 sticks of butter.
Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be lots of little butter stains left behind, right?
Okay, let me finish forming these. Oh, I have the oven like 400, 380 for my convection. I'll bake these off, and when they're done, we'll be back. That's all those cookies. Whee. In the oven they go. So these little baby cookies are out of the oven. It would have made a few more, but my assembly person went on strike for it. So we have a lot. And I think this was going to really make 5 dozen double cookies. So you're going to make 10 dozen of these little ones. And I don't think we need that many. So we saved some of the dough and we just made this many.
My other comment is I thought because there was butter in these things, they'd lay flatter on their own. And they really didn't. So when the recipe says to press slightly, get rid of the word slightly. You need to press them or else they're not going to be flat.
Yeah. So it's time to make the filling. I have a 3-quart saucier. I have a glass bowl over this with some water on the bottom. The water is coming to temperature. I'm going to put some sugar in here. I'm going to put some butter in here. Yay. We have some lemon juice, fresh squeezed. I have a beaten egg. And I have some lemon zest. A zest of a lemon. And we're going to start this out. We don't want this to get too crazy. We're going to heat this until this all melts and gets yummified. And until it thickens. You don't want it to overboil. I've done that before and burnt myself. If you have a real double boiler, that's the best to use. Stir constantly. Constantly, boo. Get that butter melting in there. So we've been cooking this for like 10 minutes and it is not thickening. So I looked this recipe up on Betty's website and her updated recipe has a slurry. So we're putting in a cornstarch slurry in here and this should thicken it up.
Thank you, Betty, for omitting that out of your book.
Yeah. Okay, that wasn't exactly working for me. It wouldn't thicken even with the cornstarch because it just wasn't getting hot enough. The cornstarch has to reach a boil before we're going to get that thickening. So what I did is I got rid of the double boiler. I put the filling straight into the pan on here and I'm getting it nice and thickened. It's looking good. So yeah, the recipe in this book.
Well, the double boiler is a good idea if you don't want to turn into scrambled eggs and all that. But unfortunately, it was a little too conservative for us.
Yeah.
We got to be a little more aggressive here.
So we're going to go ahead and turn this off. This has got to cool all the way about 15 minutes. And then we can fill the cookies.
Yeah.
Okay, so our filling thickened up. a lot. I put a lot of cornstarch in there. The new version of the recipe has cornstarch, a slurry.
Well, they have all kinds of changes.
Yeah, all kinds. Number one, they make them bigger and flatter. Yeah.
Yeah, they misled us on that.
So here's our little cookie.
Yay.
I'm just going to take a little bit of this filling. I don't know. It doesn't tell you how to put this on.
I don't know.
Am I going to put too much?
Well, we only got about 3 dozens of cookie sandwiches to make, as opposed to the full 5 dozen.
Oh my God. She licked her finger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
And here's one of our little cookies.
Yeah.
If I can get it to stand up straight. Me and Erica are the ones that are going to be eating these. Yeah.
Boo-boo.
That one was a little thick.
It's hecka thick.
Whoa.
The top is just going to slide right out, probably.
Whoa.
At least the filling is room temperature. If you would have refrigerated, it would probably become hard and then stuff would just bounce off.
So I put like that much on there.
Yes.
Cookie.
Cookie. Yeah.
Yay. So let me go ahead and finish filling these. Okay, so our cookies are all filled.
Yay.
And we're just going to dust them with some powdered sugar. This is the snowdrop portion of the cookie.
There is an advantage to not making the full 5 dozen.
Why, you don't have to do all this fussing?
Well, plus you can bust out the spoon and eat the filling.
So, these cookies are kind of cute. One of the things I can tell you is if you go on the Betty Crocker website, they changed the recipe from this. Number one, the filling has cornstarch slurry in it. It never thickened up for me. You definitely need that. They also made the cookies flatter and bigger. Mm-hmm. Like they're starting out with a 1-inch ball and they're flattening it out. So the 2 cookies are like regular cookies together instead of these little dinky things.
Well, the picture in the book makes it look like they're flatter than what ours are, but they look small and flat. Yeah. So it's almost like they're using half of a teaspoon to do it. And they tell you to slightly flatten it. Yeah, the key word is slightly. That's wrong. Take that out. Flatten them and then bake them.
Yeah. The filling is like a lemon meringue pie filling.
Oh, I like the filling. The filling's good. Don't change that.
So I have the little Amy cam down here, and this is what these look like. They're cute little things. See that? Cute little snowballs.
Like little sliders with snow on them?
A cookie slider. It's time for a taste test. You want a couple of these snowball lemon?
Yeah, just give me 2 because I got
snowdrops.
I got to maintain my figure, right? I don't want to be a hog.
Okay, like I said, I probably would form the cookies a little different. It was a fun cookie to make. Here's a little snowball. There we go. The lemon filling brings a lot to the table.
Yeah, because I don't think the cookie has a ton of flavor on its own.
They're good. They're little nuggets of yummy, right? I mean, one thing I find that's interesting is if you want to create a cookie platter with some variety in terms of flavors and textures and sizes and all that, this is a great way to change it up. Because you don't just have a tray of, chocolate chip, peanut butter, and oatmeal. This gives you a different texture, a different shape. It makes your cookie platter look more interesting. And they're so cute.
And even if you get those Danish butter cookies during the holidays, they don't put this stuff on there.
So these are fun. So stay tuned for a wrap up of this book. And I'm going to be announcing the cookbook for January. We've gone through 3 months now, 3 different cookbooks. I think I want to do a quick chat about how I thought about each one of these, and we'll announce the one for next month. Thanks for joining me. Lemon Snowdrop Cookies. Snowdrops. Hope you enjoyed this.